This is my third time filming this video. I'm so tired of Mac. But anyway, so I want to talk about situationships and people feeling entitled. I have like 3 or 4 stories of people like this. I'm just gonna say them really quickly because I filmed this. This is my third time and I'm tired. So with my first one, it was a guy who I may or may not have worked with. Oh my god, I have 2 now that I think about it. Maybe that's why God's like, hey, refilm it. Okay, so with the first 2, right, I worked with both of them. I made the ultimate mistake with that, right? So I'm talking to them thinking we're friends. They're like, no, like I'm trying to talk to her, whatever. So basically the guy's like pushing, and I'm like, whatever, no. And I ended with guy number 2, and he's like going off on me like, oh, you're just gonna talk to someone else, blase blase. Mind you, he's not from here, he's from somewhere else. So he's like being like really creepy about it. Like he's like, oh, you're gonna hook up with this guy. I mean, like date this guy. And I'm like, no, I'm not. Like, leave me alone. Like, I don't care. And basically they keep pushing or whatever, and I'm like, no. So I ended up quitting that job. But let me tell you the weird part about this. So like we were talking one day and he was like, oh yeah, like I know where you live. And I'm like, how? What? I've never told you where I live. Like, how do you know where I live? And he's like, oh well, me and so followed you. And I'm like, you did what? You followed me, a person you work with, home, and you don't think that's weird? Like, you don't think that that's creepy to follow someone home? And he's like, he just laughs. And I'm like, red flag. Yeah, that's when I knew. I was like, no, I'm not dealing with this person, because this person already doesn't know boundaries. Like, he doesn't know boundaries. After that, after I quit the job, he starts walking up and down my street. Mind you, he has no friends here, he doesn't know anyone here, nothing like that. He starts walking up and down, back and forth, for like almost like a year. And like during that time, I would just like watch him. Like my friends like would see him and we're like, what is he doing? Like, he doesn't know anyone here, he's just watching my house. It was like really creepy. But yeah, that guy was crazy. Scratch that. And we're gonna call him guy number 1 because this kind of happened before. So I'm talking to this guy and he's like really jealous of like me on some weird stuff, which I feel like that's weird. You shouldn't be jealous of a girl. You're a guy. What is wrong with you? And he's like, oh, you think you're better than me, you don't really like me, all this weird stuff. I'm like, dude, I don't care about your insecurities. Mind you, he's way older than me. I'm like, he's like about 12 years older than me. So it's like, why are you acting like this? Like, you're like way older than me. And he's just being really creepy. So like, he put his hands on me. He broke my necklace. Like, what is wrong with you? You are a grown man. Because I didn't want to talk to him anymore. I'm like, you're creepy. Like, you're going off and all this crap. Questioning me about guys that, like, you are grown man. Like, I don't even know you like that. It's just, it was so weird. But yeah, like, that's when I realized that guys really are, like, jealous of girls sometimes. Like, they'll be like, oh, you think you're better than me. It's like, dude, I really don't even think that much. Like, I just be chilling. Like, I'm young, going to concerts, I don't care about this type of stuff. And he was just like really weird and insecure. But I'm trying to remember all the people Cameron told me to mention. Guy number 3, mind you, I didn't even talk to these guys. Like, they just like they would have me on like Facebook and we would just be messaging. It was never serious. Like, it was never like I was in a relationship with these guys. It was just like, you know, you like message somebody and you're like talking to them, like you're getting to know them, and they took it this seriously. And I'm like, you were losing your mind. So this guy number 3, I thought we were friends. He was like, no, I want to date her. Why do I always give myself this? Is because I'd be so foolish to think that women can be friends with men. You can't. Don't try it. So basically, he literally was like, we're both religious. So I'm thinking like, oh, this is gonna be perfect because he's religious, I'm religious. That's not how this went down. He was like, basically he called me selfish because I didn't want to give my body to him. And I'm like, Cameron was like, are you his wife? Like, when did you become this man's wife? That's some wife type stuff. But yeah, I thought he was so nice. Like, I feel so naive, but people be calling me gullible, and I am a little bit, I won't lie. But yeah, that's how that went. We're gonna talk about people that I actually did date, following me places, showing up places. I think it was Snapchat, how they knew where I was, but I turned that off, so I don't know how they knew where I was. But they would just show up places. Like, me and Cameron would be downtown, they would show up downtown. Me and Cameron would be at the mall, they would show up at the mall. Like, it became to the point, like, the first time I'm like, oh, that's like a coincidence. Then it became like, no, this is like, they are following us. And it was only 2 people. I'm like, this is so weird. And then I like talked to other people who went there, they're like, yeah, like, it's like such a scary feeling because you don't know when they're gonna show up. Mind you, they would show up. These are 2 different people. They hate each other, by the way. They would show up. These were at different times, and just stare at me at my job, to the point where I had to switch jobs and go to like a one that wasn't in retail, because that one was like in retail and was like everyone had access to me. And the weird part is they would come with their friends, and their friends were like okay with it. Like, you're okay with being with a stalker, because I clearly don't like this person. I'm uncomfortable, and they're coming to my job and just staring at me. Like, for what reason? Like, there's 1,000 other stores. Why are you coming here? Like, it's so weird. If you don't like me, I don't like you, why bother me? Like, that doesn't make sense to me. But anyway, that's all, guys. I'm tired, and I've filmed this so many times. Bye.